Hi everyone, welcome to the Independence Plaza myMaps mapping tool tutorial. My name is Reagan and today I'm going to walk you through how to make edits and add your own data to the myMaps tool. So let's get started. Okay, so this is the tool that we have created for the neighborhood that you have the ability to make edits and changes to. To add more data, we're going to start by clicking Add Layer. Oh no. Looks like we can't add a layer. So when we push add layer, we get a notification from myMaps that says, could not add layer. You've reached the layer limit for this map. So we push OK. We can't add data to this map, but what we can do is click these three dots up by the title of our map and click copy map. So if we copy the map, we'll get an identical map. You'll be able to tell the difference because the new one will be labeled copy and it will only have one, or in this case, two views, as opposed to the 160 or so on our original map. So the first step in adding new data to our map is to delete a layer, because as we saw earlier, this map has too many to add more. I've already deleted 2 layers off of this copy, but just to show you, what we'll do to delete a layer is navigate to the 3 dots that show us layer options next to the layer we want to delete and push delete this layer. You'll then get a message that says, really delete this layer? A deleted layer cannot be recovered. I'm going to go ahead and push cancel because I'm not sure I want to delete this one yet, but you get the picture. So now we can add a new layer. So we'll go up here, click add layer, and now we have a new one. Adding a new layer gives you all the opportunity to add new data or to create your own. One way to add data is by clicking import. This gives you the opportunity to add a CSV, Excel, KML, or GPX file. All this data will have to be spatially referenced in some way with an address or coordinates. If you have data and you want to upload it, feel free to reach out to Hoxie Collective and we can give you some guidance on uploading your information. Another really important tool for adding data is markers or lines and shapes, which can be found up here by this search tool. So to add a marker, you'll come up here and push add marker, and then you will go to your map and add the marker. So maybe this one is crime, and we label it and we describe it as constant loitering. And then we save it. That's a challenge that we know we have at this intersection in the neighborhood. So we can save it and then we can go back and change it. Maybe we already changed our mind. We want to be more descriptive than just crime. We can name it loitering. We can also change the color. So maybe we want to make it this dark reddish color, and we can change the icon, make it pretty much any shape. Let's go back to that police icon. And then we can close out and we have added new data to our map. Now we can draw a line or a shape. So just to show you how to do that, let's see. Maybe we know that all of the rental properties on this block are awesome. 5 stars, everyone loves renting from the landlord here. So we can select this entire block, draw a square, and label it Great Rentals. So maybe we know that the landlord for all of these properties is awesome. It's a great place to rent, and we want to add that observation to our map. So that's what we do. And with this map, we can start plugging in information about our neighborhood that won't be available on any official data set or record. We can start to add things that usually are just word of mouth and record them to start to show either the repetitive nature of some of these incidences or the way challenges and assets are compounding each other. The city isn't going to see everything you're seeing on the ground because only the people who live here see the whole story. This mapping tool gives you space to document your story. One story of loitering on the corner might not mean too much, But if you edit this and you add dates, so maybe we add March 10, March 20, March 22. That can start to show the repetition of the problem because it becomes much more clear, and you'll have a really robust documentation of the challenge you're facing. So you can add them like that just in the description, or you can come in here, open the data table, and you could even add a new column. You can label it date, and you can just start plugging them in. You can add a new one. You can do, a column for every single incident, whatever feels right in doing that. Also along this line, right now I have both of these in the same layer, so they're showing up in the same data table, but maybe this Great Rentals goes in its own layer, so we can add another one, and we can move this so then when we open this data table, we only have one item in each data table. So we can sort of start separating out by like theme or idea to organize our data, and maybe one's like assets, one is challenges, and we can start plugging things in like that, or however it makes sense to organize your data. So you could use this tool to share data with nearby neighbors or to compare observations and work on challenges together. You can add detailed information on problem areas and share that with city council members, officers, and organizations who may be able to help. You can use this tool to expand the data available about your neighborhood by collecting it yourself. The Data KC team likes to say what gets measured gets managed, and this map can help you evaluate community concerns by creating a reliable data and documentation of challenges you've been facing. So that was a super quick walkthrough, but hopefully it gave you a good overview of some of the ways that you can add data to help you get started. If you have any questions, feel free to contact Hoxie Collective. You can find our contact information in the description of this video. We're here to help. Happy mapping!